Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. I know today is Thankful Thursday and it's not Flips and Fun Stuff Friday, but I still have a ton of wonderful books that I was given for Christmas. So we're going to have two videos. I am still trying to stay on schedule with my normal scheduling, but still show you all of these wonderful Christmas items that I received. They make me so giddy. Um, it's my husband laughs at me constantly over it. Um, these are Jade Summer Books. I haven't colored very many of Jade Summer things. And these are things that were on my wish list that my husband and my son bought me. So this is the Jade Summer Grayscale Coloring Book Unicorns, and we're going to go through these one at a time and take a look at them. So I'm just going to move these over here. And we're going to... Now this one looks like it was maybe cut off the wrong way, because the top there has a huge amount of white, but down here the Jade Summer is cut off a little bit, so it looks like it may be a little off kilter. We'll see and the pictures are too. So this book may have to go back. We'll see how bad it is. So this is obviously a print that went horribly wrong, unfortunately. The bottom part of the book itself is really nice, and it cuts it off just at the frame of the picture. It cuts off all that grayscale below it, and up here you have the grayscale, and then you have a thick band of white. It looks like it was cut off, unfortunately. Beautiful book though, absolutely pretty color pictures that are in a really nice grayscale. It's not a heavy grayscale. It's actually a very nice grayscale. I'm going to move my coffee so I don't spill it, and move this over so you can see it better. The paper is, pretty much normal Amazon print paper. The backs are covered in black, so on the backs you can even see it even better for the misprint, which is a little unfortunate. Some really cute pictures in here, beautiful little unicorns. So this book would work really well for working with ink with your markers because of the black backs of the pictures. So, oh, isn't that adorable? Oh, I love that one. That one is so cute. I like that. Her and her unicorn having a picnic. And it doesn't seem to interfere too much with the picture itself. It's just the bottom where the bottom of the picture is going to be has been cut off. The bottom of the frame. Very pretty unicorn. Some of these look like they've had the background already done and just placed in there. I'm not sure. This one looks a little off to me. Very different than this one. Really cute though. Love the little expressions. This one's two unicorns getting married. Wonderful little girl and her unicorn. Just some really cute pictures in here. There's a Pegasus. And then a unicorn with the crystals. And this one's really pretty. It's a rose unicorn. Sunflowers. Just very I won't say simple, but just very, very easy coloring pictures. There's not a huge amount of detail. There's good detail, but there's not a huge amount of detail, really fine detail, but there is really good detail in every one of these pictures by the looks of it. There's a water unicorn and stars. Just some really, really pretty unicorns. Looks like a vampire unicorn. And a unicorn in the forest with little forest animals bringing her snacks. And then there's a mama and a baby unicorn. There's a princess with a unicorn. Happy unicorn. Obviously, you can tell this book is nothing but beautiful unicorns. There's another gem unicorn. And another sunshine unicorn. There's a storm unicorn. The lightning strikes and clouds. And there's a mermaid and a unicorn. They're beautiful, beautiful pictures. Absolutely wonderful. They're a lovely grayscale. They're not heavy grayscale. So you could do these either with markers or with pencil and still get absolutely beautiful results either which way. Wonderful butterfly unicorn. Then we have another queen with her unicorn or princess. Looks like a queen. And then I think we just saw this one. Maybe there's duplicates. Yes, there's duplicates. So we've gone through all of the book, and the rest of these are all duplicated. And they seem to get further and further down the page. Like down here, it's completely cut off. So it looks like this entire book is a complete misprint. And I may have to contact them and have them send me a new one, because this one's a little faulty and some of the pictures are actually cut off a little bit down here in the back of the book. So not a huge ordeal. Like I said, it is a duplicate area. There are two of every picture, which is fantastic. Now, why didn't I see those ones? I must not have started at the very start of the book. But this Jade Summer is a brand. It's not a person. It's owned by the Fitson Publishing Company. It represents the work of multiple different artists. Now, the only thing I don't like about this type of book is it represents multiple artists, but they don't tell you who the artist is in the book. So it may be, a whole bunch of different artists that drew these pages, or it may be just one artist. But books like these, as well as things like Coloring Book Cafe, all have absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous works in them. Ava Brown is another one. But they put a brand name on it, like Jade Summer, Coloring Book Cafe, Ava Brown. They don't put the artist. They don't give credit to the artist that drew the book. And that's only the really thing that bothers me about these books. I love the artwork, absolutely gorgeous artwork. I just really would like to see a little bit of recognition going to the artist that actually drew it. Because, who's to say that they're only drawing for Ava Brown? Maybe they draw their own stuff and sell their own stuff as well. Maybe this picture here is a different artist than, say, this picture here, and I like this picture better, and I would like to buy more art from this artist. And you can't do that with these types of books because they don't tell you who the artist is. And that's the only thing that really, really bothers me about these kind of books. Absolutely love them, and I love my family for getting them for me. And I, like I said, they were on my wish list. So it is something that I wanted to look at and wanted to try out, because I have seen nothing but gorgeous work coming from these books. I was just really hoping that they would give some credit to the artists that draw the pictures. This is yet another Jade Summer book, and all of the books I'm going to look at today are Jade Summer books. This one is Fairies. It is also a grayscale book. I'm just checking to see if it's a misprint too, but it's not, which is great. Make sure that I start at the front of the book. Of course, it has the normal disclaimer of the fact that it is a brand owned. It is not a person. And there's some really, really gorgeous fairies in here. This looks like a water fairy with her pond behind her and her lily pads and a cute little hummingbird. And of course, they are backed with black, so you can use your markers on it and not get that ghosting effect. Make sure that you do put a page in between your pages, of course, otherwise you will have bleed through. Unless you're, even with watercolor markers, I would still put a page on the other side. And this one is a beautiful, she looks like she has butterflies and all different dragonflies, different woodland bugs. Beautiful. And there's a loving couple of fairies. I'm not sure if they're sisters or mother and daughter, but they're just really pretty. And then we've got some fairy children playing, collecting food and playing. Don't play with your food. And like I said, this book isn't cut off down here at the bottom or at the top, which is good. The paper is just basic Amazon grade paper. The artists that have drawn in the pictures in this book are just wonderful. I love that. Wonderful fairy and unicorn. Aw. Oh, it makes me sad. Fairy found a little fairy that is hurt or deceased and is upset. And then we have another fairy sitting in a tree over a pond. Little woodland creatures around her. There's a wonderful little bird fairy taking care of her bird friends. And there's a little fairy, and she stole somebody's egg, and they are not happy with it. And there's a fairy that found a human. A fairy having a cup of tea. And a moon fairy. Oh, this one's pretty. Beautiful water fairy there. Oh, goodness. A little fairy in her house, and there's some sort of creature there peeking in at her. It looks like maybe an owl. And there's a wonderful floral fairy there having a bit of nectar with some butterflies and ladybugs. And then we have this beautiful woman having everything done up for her. I do believe it may be a wedding picture. And a water fairy that is controlling the water there. Looks like she's using a bit of magic there. And then we have fairies riding birds. I think it's a falcon type of bird. And then we have the mother of the woods with the owl and the wolf and the elk. And this one's a little bit creepy. I'm not quite sure what to call her. Wonderful little fairy sitting on a skull there. And then we have the fairy that found the man there. It looks like they are in love. And another fairy riding little woodlands animals. Looks like, not quite sure what those are. They've got a rat tail and a cute little bunny type face. It's very cute, but I'm not sure what it is. And different animals and the fairies. Looks like they're teaching one how to fly. And a fairy and a dragon. And then a sleepy teacup fairy. And a fishy fairy. And she's catching fish. And then a little fairy that is tucking in her bird friend while she takes care of her eggs. Then it looks like a store fairy. And a little woodland fairy that's using her magic to make bunnies float. And then another beautiful fairy laying on the branch. And then we are back to picture one. So there's also 2 sets of pictures in this book as well. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous drawing. Like I said, the paper is the basic Amazon paper that a lot of coloring books are printed on. The next one, absolutely gorgeous book though. The next one is not one of my favorites because I don't do mandalas very well or Zen doodling. I don't know why my son chose this one. This was one that was not on my wish list, but it is still absolutely a fantastic book, and I will do my best to color in it and enjoy it the best I can. And maybe I'll learn something and learn how to color these a little bit better. My problem is that I visualize things too realistically, and then I try to color these types of pictures as realistic as I can without, just coloring these and doodling. So this one here is a wolf, and I would have difficulty coloring it. Just doing this area here all in brown, this area here all in, grays and silvers, and I would have trouble doing that. And this is a lion, and there's 100 pictures in here, so that's a lot of different pictures to work on and to try out. So they are absolutely adorable, and the pictures, the artwork itself is just beautiful. There's some sea skates or stingrays. whichever you want to call them. And of course a koala and an owl. And maybe I'll try using watercolor pens on these, and maybe experiment with 2 different things at the same time that I'm not very good at with either one. So of course I will try not to do that online. Although, to watch me fail is almost as funny as watching monkeys fail. So it may be entertaining. And then we've got a wonderful little parrot and a ram and a squid and another bear. And this book is really thick. And we've got a falcon and of course a gecko or a lizard, chameleon, whichever you want to call it. And an otter. All different animals in here. Cute little fox or a dog. Not quite sure which. Might be a puppy dog. It's very cute. And then another eagle. And kitty. And a seahorse. And a cow. Cow. Bulls have bigger horns than that. And some little Tweety birds. And a sloth. They have a sloth. And a sugar glider. That's a really pretty sugar glider. I wish my sugar glider looked like that. She might be a little more entertaining. They sleep all day. They're a little bit boring to me sometimes because they sleep all day. They usually get up just before we get ready to go to bed. So, and a little mallard and a kangaroo. And I'm not quite sure what those are. I know what they are, but I can't think of the name of them. They're an Australian animal. Very, very cute. And a tiger. And a quail. And a gorilla. And we've got some lobster. I don't know if I'd put butter on this page, though. They do say that lobster goes well with butter. And then another type of monkey. And a hippopotamus. And a type of, what kind of fish is this? Catfish type of picture. Some wonderful spiders. And a rhino. And another fishy. I don't know the names of all these things. So, and this is a buffalo. And a squirrel. And a dolphin. It's a really nice one for a dolphin. Then we have another wolf. And another bear. And a swordfish and some other cute little fishies. And a camel. And an elephant. I knew there had to be at least one in there somewhere. And a walrus. There are a lot of different animals in here. And another kind of fish. I can't remember what kind of fish that is. I know what it is, but I don't remember what it's called. And there looks like a land turtle. Or a tortoise. Another owl. Another eagle. Another lion. Well, this looks like a tiger. And another kind of cow. And a horsey. And a turkey. A turkey. That's kind of cool. And some more fish. And another monkey. There is a lot of animals in here. There is a peacock. A little fox. That's a cute little fox. And those little creatures, again, I can't remember the name of those for some reason. a little rabbit, and another little Tweety bird, and a lioness, and some more seahorses, and another bear, and another dolphin, and a rooster. There's a rooster, and another spider. Oh, and a puppy dog. There's a puppy dog. And some parrots. And another cute little creature that I can't remember the name of. Oh, it's a type of cat. It's a small cat. I can't remember the name of it. And a squirrel. And another otter. Ooh, slinky steak. That is a cobra. No, it's a rattlesnake. That's a rattlesnake. And a koala. And these are not penguins, they're the other one. They're close to penguins, but they're not quite penguins. And I can't remember the name of them. Another lion, masculine lion. And a jellyfish. And a gazelle. And another lobster. And it doesn't look like there's any duplicates in this one. So that looks like a Malamute type dog. Some more squid. And a llama. It's a llama. And a hummingbird or a cuckoo bird. I think it's a cuckoo bird. And another ram. And a crab. Crabby crab. And a seagull. I would know those anywhere. And a sea turtle. Ah, there's a hummingbird. And another rhino. And a duck. And an alligator or a crocodile. And a rat. And another elephant. And some sharkies. And a bat. And a iguana. And a piggy. So cute. I love piggies. They're so cute. And a froggy. And that is the end of 100 wonderful animals. I didn't remember seeing that one. I probably did. So that is 100 Animals, adult coloring book by Jade Summer. And that is a line art. So that is a lot of fun. And of course, once again, the back is in black. And it seems that it's transferred onto my fingers. And the last one is 100 plus coloring pages, which is 4 books in one. This should be fun. This one here, when I got it, was very, very, very bent. Because my son didn't unwrap or unbox it from Amazon, and it was just thrown in a fairly large box. So it just rolled around in there until it was all rolled up. So we've got 4 different books. We've got a mermaid book, the book we just looked at, so we could probably skip those, but it is the line art of those. Looks like a vampire type gothic book, as well as some dragons. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so we've got some mermaids. Pretty mermaids. Like I said, the backs of all of these pages are black, and I think some of it's rubbing off, and it looks like they're all mixed together. Oh dear. Yeah, so it looks like they're all mixed together because this is from the fairies book. And this is the vampire book. And dragons. And then we have a mermaid. And a family mermaid with cute little fish and seahorses. Looks like a mama and a girl. And then we have the mermaid queen. So maybe it was just the first couple of pages just to show you what's in the book, which is kind of cool. And this one here, which looks like a duplicate of the first page. So very, very interesting. And then we have the mermaids with the pirate ship. Not sure what's going on there, but then we have the mermaid relaxing in the clamshell with her pearls. It should be fun to use liquid pearls on. And then we have the sailor that has fallen in love with the mermaid. Then we have a tropical mermaid. And a mermaid and some dolphins. And another mermaid and some fishies. Definitely well drawn. There's a wonderful mermaid's face, and I love the way that they've added fins for the ears. It's just really cool. There's a couple of different mermaids. Look like warriors. And a mermaid and her starfish. And a mermaid with a pirate. With the pirate ship in the back there. Doesn't look like a very nice fellow. And a pretty mermaid that found a pearl. And a couple of mermaids chatting. And a mermaid and a seahorse. They're fishies. And a little mermaid and a dolphin. Looks like they're having a nap. That kind of looks like a bit of an evil mermaid there. Not quite sure what's going on there, but she's got all sorts of skulls around her and a big old sword there. She doesn't look like she's very happy. And then we have a princess. And then a butterfly mermaid. Or mermaid with butterflies. And a playful dolphin and some mermaids with a shark. And a boat. Not quite sure what's going on. And the mermaid looking up into the boat. And looks like a pond mermaid. And a mermaid and a catfish. Or a clownfish, one or the other. And a mermaid finding treasure. And a mermaid and a pirate. That's the word. And then mermaids with dolphins. A Hawaiian mermaid with beautiful little shells and flowers. And then a young girl. This is where we're getting into the fairies. So this is the same book that we just looked at. The fairy book that we just looked at that was in grayscale, but this is the line art for that book, which is really kind of cool to see the difference between this and the line art. or the line art and the grayscale. So this is all pretty much the same pictures that we just saw in the other book. So I'm just going to flip through it really quick. It's just the line art version of it, so there's not as much detail, shadowing detail. There's still quite a bit of shadowing detail, even for a line art, which is really kind of cool. And then we have another type of fairy there. I just love this one. She's so beautiful. And again, here you can see where that grayscale has been toned down quite a bit, because all of this was different texture and grayscale. Same with the eye and around the eye. So you can see in here that you can see a little bit better that that's feathers. So sometimes with the line art, it's easier to see details than with the grayscale, because those details have already been colored in by the grayscale. So I don't know what's going on, but she has, she's crying, which you don't see very much detail of that in the grayscale picture we looked at. It's fantastic pictures, that's for sure. I'm sorry, the book is a little, like I said, a little warped, so I'm trying to turn the pages without having them curl on you. There's the one with the skull. Just absolutely adorable little creatures and wonderful little fairies. Yeah, she looks like she's being taught how to fly. Now we're into the dragons. So there's a fairy with a dragon. Oh, no, we're still in fairies, I think. There's the teacup fairy and the fishing fairy. So yeah, we're still in the fairies here. So there's a lot of different pages. I do believe this is only a one picture. Like, it doesn't have the duplicates in it that the other two have. Now we're into the vampire type pictures, the gothic pictures. And there's a little vampiress drinking some blood. And there's our vampire taking his victim. And there's a female vampire with her victim. Another female vampire. And there's a male vampire using his charms on that beautiful young lady. And there's a vampire and a wolf vampire. Vampire wolves, oh no. And there's a teenage vampire. She's still got all her childhood stuff there and her kitty. And there's a sleepy vampire getting ready for bed, or just waking up, one or the other. And then we've got the vampire with her protectors. And we've got the vampire and his victim. Looks like a vampire king. And then we have a young woman vampire with her bats. And a floral vampire with her flowers. And I think looks like she's been crying, so I'm not quite sure what's going on in there. And there's a male vampire, and it looks like his loved one I think he bit her a little too long. This is all line art, which is really kind of cool. And there's a vampire with a young lady. And there's a young woman vampire. And there's a young female vampire having a glass of red wine. Yeah, we'll call it red wine. There's two female vampires. Looks like they're having a spat. Flying up in the sky with their bat wings. Looks like they're having a big old fight. And there's the vampire taking her crown from a queen vampire by the look of it. And a male and female vampire. Now we're into the dragons. And there's a warrior on a dragon. Let's see if I can do this so that it doesn't close up on you, because it looks like some of these pictures go this way. And there's a dragon with all of his bones showing by the looks of it. Really, really looks like he's decaying, which is kind of creepy and cool all at the same time. I'm going to have hard times with these pages. Okay, and then we've got a mama dragon and her babies. And a young woman and a baby dragon. And this is not turning out well. Like I said, this book is very, very, very bent. And I have tried really hard to bend it back, but unfortunately it's not working out very well for me. There is a large dragon in the woods. And there's a dragon protecting his jewels and the crowns and the gems and all the money. He's a treasure dragon. Gotta watch out for those. And here is a molten dragon, a volcano dragon. And here are several dragons just all flying through the sky above the clouds. And this looks like a Chinese dragon or an Asian dragon. And here is another type of dragon. It looks like a rock dragon. Like I said, I'm having to look at these sideways because unfortunately with the curl of this book, it's really hard to get them to lay flat so you guys can see what's going on too. And this looks like a dragon on the side of a mountain. See, it goes this way. And this. Or it could be, no, actually, I think it's waves. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to, because it's got some dragon parts here too underneath the water. Looks like a rushing river of some sort. Waterfall, maybe? And a sorcerer and a dragon. And a dragon, two dragons fighting by the looks of it. And there's a dragon and a young woman on the horse. And it looks like the dragon is ready for a fight. And dragon sitting on the rooftop there. Excuse me. And another Asian type of dragon with the warrior there flying down. And a beautiful young woman with a baby dragon. looks like she may be a bit of a mermaid. No, no, that's the dragon's wing. Yeah, so it's just a young woman holding a baby dragon. And then we have a fire dragon. And then another dragon sitting on a mountain top above the clouds by the looks of it. And then we have a serpentine dragon with all the skulls and serpents. And then we have a dragonfly. And this is looks like a battle dragon with a warrior leading the charge, telling him where to shoot fire. And then we have an aquatic dragon, one that lives on the bottom of the ocean. There's a sea turtle and some other fishies. A very good looking dragon though. And then we have this princess, dragon princess, with her dragon wings and her dragon armor. And that is the last page of this book. Very large book, has a lot of really, really good pictures in it. And unfortunately, like I said, I've got to put mine back in the cupboard or in the bookshelf with a lot of pressure of other books pushing on it so that I can see if I can get that to flatten out. If it doesn't flatten out, before the time allotted, because of course with Christmas you have a little bit extra time to send things back. If it doesn't straighten out before that time allotted is there, I may just have my husband send it back with the unicorn one that he bought me as well, just to replace it, not to get rid of it completely. But that is my collection of Jade Summer coloring books. Of course, we've got the fantasy collection, 100 pages, 4 different books in one. The 100 pages of animals, the adult coloring and relaxation book. The fairies grayscale coloring book, as well as the grayscale unicorn coloring book. And that is my collection of Jade Summer that I got for Christmas. I thank you all very much for sticking it out with me. I do know that this video is longer than a lot of flip videos that you ever want to sit through, but I wanted to show you these wonderful, wonderful things that I was given and share them with you. So I thank you all very much for watching. Of course, like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, suggestions, or anything like that, of course, you can leave me a comment in the comment section. I do try to get back to everyone that comments. And of course, if you are a comic coloring book artist or anyone that deals with pencils, pens, anything like that, and want to talk to me about reviewing your products or your art on my channel, of course, you can reach me at the email address that is in the About section of this video and every video, as well as on my banner. If you want to join me over on Facebook, we do have a Facebook group. It is also listed in the About section of this video and on my banner. There is a button that you can click that will take you to that Facebook page. The only thing I do ask is that you make sure that you fill out the application form in full so that we can continue to protect the members that we do have from scams, from spam, and from advertisements that are unwanted. All in all, I thank you all very much for sticking with me and watching this very long flip through. I do understand it is much longer than most flip throughs, and it does cover several of the Jade Summer books. With that, I say thank you. Of course, relax, color, and stay safe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that you hit the bell if you're subscribing and not already a subscriber. Even if you are a subscriber, hit the bell. It tells you when I'm coming out with new videos. All in all, wonderful, wonderful books. Unfortunately, a couple of them have a couple of different issues that I am quite sure are easily rectified. But thank you very much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow for Flips and Fun Stuff Friday. Bye-bye for now.